Chick clicks. It's a thing.
Hey!
Boom, and nailed it.
Whoa! Yeah! Welcome back to Menzo Bray Zan. I am your hostess, Delia Daxaris, formerly known as Delia Melody. It's just a change from, like... I started using my last name as, like, my artist name now, because I can. You're welcome.
And I'm Mel. Why do we always introduce ourselves, like, 10 episodes into the series and not on the first step? We really should start doing that.
Theta Burb.
Yeah, I go by Theta Burb online. If you want to follow me just about anywhere, just see if there's a Theta Burb.
Your name means dark, and you're very pale.
My name does, and I'm also, like, the least... Like, I know I'm wearing a dark... It's actually purple. It looks black, but...
Yeah.
I tend to wear very light clothing. I just can't wear most of it because we've got a green screen behind us.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's right.
Most of my clothing is green.
I did borrow something of mine, but I don't think we wear the same size.
I know you are considerably smaller than I am.
Well, you are my purple shirt would fit you.
I don't know. Oh, the one, the like
my
light
lavender
purple
goth shirt would totally fit you.
It would not fit me stylistically.
My candy skull. Why wouldn't you wear a candy skull?
I guess
You're
would.
Latina?
I am Latina.
But
no one would guess that looking at me.
You're just white Latina, but some people who are Latin are white.
Yeah.
That's a thing that people don't think about all the time.
Yeah.
But
battle
Jesus.
music.
Yeah, I hear... Oh no, I feel like this level just has really excited music. So yeah, we're trying to get gems for that guy, and I know where they are. Actually.
Nice.
I know where we need to go. But I feel like we need to get... I said that we would get another character this time, and I feel like that is so important right now. Because we are just like... We are losing fighters left and right. Like, all the guys keep wussying out on us and dropping like flies.
Yeah,
just
we need a nice meat shield. We also need to find another girl, because this is Chick Clicks. Are there no girl NPCs in this game?
You're looking for a Guile in an early 90s video game. Oh, fucking shit. Did you die? Oh, you died. You know what? I will reload the game for you.
Rest in peace, me.
Well, Alana has to live because she's Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie survived. Well,
they survived this adventure to go
only
on...
to go and die multiple times.
No, they survived their prior adventure to go on this adventure, but they're a little rusty because like they've been taking a break. This comes after Icewind Dale.
All right.
Okay, first off, I'm going to put a weapon in your hand.
Why did I not have a weapon? Oh, yeah, because I had the flaming blade.
Okay, Delia is totally from a different universe than this one, though. She's not a native of Faerun, the world that this takes place in. She is actually originally from, like, an AU of Krynn. So she would just call it Krynn. Or the world, I guess. I don't know. I feel like they called it Krynn, or the continent was Anslar or something, but we'll be playing a Krynn game later that is also, like, part of her canon. So, she's a necromancer, but I guess she's a fighter mage in this. And she's a dancer, exotically, and, like, belly-y. And she's a fencer. She very much enjoys swordplay. You know, it's something that, like, she picked up. I think it's something that she picked up when she was in Faerun, as opposed to in Krynn. Or no, she picked it up earlier. That's right. She went through some like calamity level events on like the Hexen and Heretic worlds, and like picked up swordplay while she was in one of those. But anyway, that's how she would rationalize the dude in the house, like the old dude having that book that looked like it belonged in Heretic. She'd be like, he probably was in that world too at some point.
Yeah.
Because planes traveling is a D&D thing, and my campaigns, like, our players, we integrated the world of Heretic, like, into our campaigns at a point, like one of my friends and I, which, like, I feel like I owe that friend a huge apology. Like, we don't talk anymore, and, like, I feel like my mantra or not mantra, because that's something you repeat over and over, but like one of my you really do need like a fan so that you can fan yourself like a Southern Belle. We have to find a way to like, we can't beat the Maryland heat without our super loud air conditioner, which we can run on breaks, but like the audio gets horrible if we... Oh yeah, I picked that up because it's something I want to talk about in a video.
Oh. Can I use it as a fan? I'm not gonna break it, just...
I suppose you can.
Alright.
I mean, it's got important information on
I'm not gonna break it.
For preventing overdoses on opioids, I guess, mainly.
Big issue in Maryland. Well, Baltimore.
Yeah, that's something I noticed when I was at the healthcare center. Was that there was a lot of... I've got to go the other way to find a character. Something I noticed was that they're very big on like the whole Narcan thing and making sure that people are educated on how to use Narcan properly. Yeah. But I was gonna say, so I feel like I need to explain what Capgras delusions are, because they're a thing that like I have had Capgras delusions about like people that I used to play D&D with, and like several of them, and like I owe them huge apologies. Because at various points, like, I had Capgras delusions that, like, you know, what I was gonna say about, like, one of my sort of mottos, I guess, would be in life is that, I don't know if motto is the right thing. What do you call, because a motto is just something that you say. Would you call something? Yeah, it's like a philosophy.
Yeah.
But it's also something that you can, like, say and people will, I don't know, kind of, like, things that I would like for people to think of when they think of me is that I will never apologize for being myself. I will apologize for the times I've not been myself. And when I have had Capgras delusions, I have sort of like been not myself. But like, okay, so Capgras delusions are a great reason not to do meth out of many possible reasons that you could choose not to do meth.
Such as, it's fucking meth.
And could kill you, and, like, makes your pee smell horrible and puts toxins in your body that, like, you have to hack out, and just, it's horrible, and it makes you delusional, and Capgras delusions are something that meth produces in people, and I have been on it several times in my life, but Capgras delusions are one of the many reasons why I do not do it anymore.
There's a thingy next to us.
It's also highly addictive and very dangerous. But, like, there were times in my life where I was homeless in the streets or, like, even in kidnapped situations, and it was there, and I did it. And I was really pressured the first time, I feel, and the second time, I feel like...
It's a stick.
I'm writing a lyric about this, but literally, just, like, it was there. I didn't care about the danger. Like, I feel like I didn't know as much of it, and I hadn't discovered, like, the dark sides of how it feels like it pulls you into like negative planar energy even as a Wiccan person. I actually am Wiccan. Like, I feel like my character have like being witches in common.
Yeah.
But this character is made to be like me, so in the ways that like I can't summon a dead things, but you know, I always wrote on her freaking character sheet in at least 4th edition on after she developed most of her character. And became less of an art project, more of a D&D character, which she was always like a mix of both, but like, you know, it sort of veered back and forth. But anyway, she carried a deck of cards, you know, a deck of tarot cards in her things. I always wrote in the character sheet a bag of witchy accoutrements, like tarot cards and bones and feathers and stones and things like that. And she decks herself out in rings and bracelets like I do, and, you know, believes, like, in magic and everything that she wears like I do, so there's a lot of overlap. But anyway, Capgras delusions are, like, when you think people have unzipped and, like, been rezipped. We were talking about this earlier.
Don't flash people in public, kids.
What? What brings that up?
Rezipped.
Oh! I'm like, what on earth?
I mean, I guess don't flash people in private either.
Don't flash people. Just, yeah.
Leave your pants on, damn it.
Unless someone was like, I want you to flash me, and you're like, okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Like, if it's mutually consensual adult flashing adult.
Yeah.
then
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's called
called a
like
kink.
a prelude to sex,
Or a kink.
maybe, or a kink,
Yeah.
or just like even flirting,
Like an
maybe
exhibitionism.
between a couple that like is on that level.
Bats.
But oh Jesus, these are sturges. They're giant mosquito bats.
Oh, good boy.
Yeah, with like insect arms and shit that they grab onto you with. They're big. They're like, ugh.
Large and in
Well, they're
charge.
small in D&D, but like they're small size. But that's pretty big for like a mosquito-ish creature that sucks your blood. It's kind of horrifying. Anyway, Capgras delusions are horrifying. They cause you to be really paranoid. And, like, you know, I don't want to name names, I guess, you know, because I want to let some people keep their privacy, but, like, I have, and sometimes there's been people who specifically say that, like, they don't want, you know, to have their names brought
Yeah,
up, and I'm
they
like,
don't want
whatever,
to.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I've had, like, Capgras delusions where I've literally thought that people were, like, it's like you think that they've had alterations or things
Yeah.
like that. It causes you to be paranoid and see conspiracies behind
Like
everything in your
I've
life.
seen like we've lived together for 5
And,
months.
like-
I've seen that in
like
you.
that
and it
is one
scary.
of the things is like you know, I have been on many different types of drugs one time all at once, and I didn't want to be on a lot of them that I was on. I'm pretty like I think that meth was one of them, because that's when I started having Capgras delusions and started seeing people this way. But and you know, if the people who were around me during this times, it should be obvious that they would like see what I was, you know, what I'm talking about, like, because I would actually talk about like seeing them as different people and being confused about this. And I don't think they always got it, like how much of a delusional drug state it was. But the thing about Capgras delusions is like once you have them, they're there. And like I developed this facial blindness that came along with it. And it was all just damage from being on, I don't even know what they all were, but so many drugs at once the first time I decided I wanted to try LSD. Like, it was not just that, and it was not this like low amount that I had tried, which I have no shame about things I've done in my life. I'm not gonna say that I recommend anyone try anything, especially like if you're afraid of it, but like I just don't recommend people going out looking for street drugs.
Yeah. And
Because
don't let
you don't
people
know what you're
pressure
gonna
you.
get. Yeah.
Don't
and
let
you
people
could-
pressure you into doing
That's
things.
really important. And I felt like I was sort of like I don't feel like I was necessarily pressured, but I feel like I was sort of like there was a
Coerced.
little bit of I feel like there was a little bit of peer pressure, and then I was given things that I did not ask to have in my body, and that's not okay. That was a
Yeah.
violation of my consent. But you know, so I can't really help that happened, and that's a risk you take if you go out looking for street drugs, right? So I don't recommend that people try them, you know. But I have no shame talking about when I have and the effects that they've left me with, and with therapy and stuff like that, and you know, constantly reminding oneself that the delusions that you're having are not real. You can overcome Capgras delusions, you know, which I have to in order to just function in my daily life.
Yeah.
But you know, they have caused me to see people as people they weren't, like partners I've had to see them as people they weren't, and it's really caused just like a mess in my life. And I feel like I have just, you know, in seeing people as people that they weren't, like I have created maybe some like incidental, accidental chaos in like people's lives that I appreciated, like, you know, people who were in my gaming groups, even previous partners, you know, people who meant something to me and who I held dear in my heart. So I'm sorry for that. Like, did not mean to have that delusional state, did not mean to take the drugs that put me in that mindset. I'm glad that I'm worked past it now, but like I want to apologize for like just anything I said that was like, you know, that like was not true, but a delusion that I had that may have had like a negative impact on them or drawn them into any drama that they did not want, you know.
There's a big old group of...
And you can't control whether
enemies.
people forgive you or not in life, but you can control whether or not you want to like bring it up and, you know, make right for those things if you can.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's a good thing I want to talk about is forgiveness. Who's this boy?
Bird Boy. You should be excited about this. He is an AU character for like Driss storyline. So Delia would be like, "What?" If she ran into like Maine's Forgotten Realms Driss, she'd be like, "What? You don't remember me?" And the Kenku, and he's like, "What Kenku?" But in our storyline, our Chick Clicks canon of Forgotten Realms, which is canon for us.
You can have
He's
Driss
our bird
talk.
boy. Yeah. But anyway, what did you want to say about forgiveness? Because this is important stuff.
Yeah. So
Before we close.
with forgiveness, always apologize for your actions sincerely.
Yeah.
Don't use, particularly, and this is a big issue, is don't use mental illness to excuse your action, or to don't use mental illness to excuse your actions.
Yeah.
It can be a cause of
I'm
things.
not okay with a lot of my actions that were on the basis of Capgras delusion.
Yeah.
I was insane at the time, but
you still have to be genuinely. You have to acknowledge that what you did hurt people and that they should not have to forgive you. No one has to forgive you.
Like, I don't require forgiveness from people, like, because I acknowledge that, that has caused chaos in their lives, and that's not okay, and I'm not okay with that, and, I would love to do anything I could to make up for that, but I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Say I'm sorry genuinely, do what you can to make up for it, but don't get upset when people don't forgive you, because you have hurt them regardless of whether or not you were in, a solid mental state.
Yeah.
And that's fair to them. That's fair to them if they just don't, they just can't anymore. If they just can't interact with you.
Like,
that's fine.
I feel like there are maybe some names like Scott, Sierra, Nelly, Cupid, it's a lot of times that just I have like said things on social media, or acted away thinking that someone was someone there to hurt me or something, and not seeing them for who they really were, and I just wanted to say that because I've been thinking about Capgras delusion ever since we saw that YouTube video about it, and I was able to like talk to my therapist about it, bring it up to something to like work on in my life and overcome, which is cool to be able to do, because that way when people's faces remind me of a face, I don't get triggered, and it allows me to like move on and live my life. Anyway, thanks for watching this very special episode of Chick Clicks, and we'll see you next time on Chick Clicks. Shout out to Patreon H. Thank you for making what we do possible.
Yeah, best letter.
Thanks to our live watchers on Twitch. If you don't watch on Twitch yet, come watch on Twitch.
Yep.
Follow us so you know that when we're live, because I work a day job.
And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.
Join our Patreon so that I won't need a day job.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Are you watching the time? Because I'm not.
All right, it's good. We're good.
We may have had some overlap.
No,
okay.
we're good.
Bye.
End it.